close the back door? Is that possible?
Yes. Start coming in, please. And the more noise.
Uncle, you're expert. I'm just a novice. Take it. I have it. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay. Thank you. No problem. So thank you. Maharaji actually asked me to try and be the master of ceremonies. I found that quite an ironic thing to hear from my own master. So it was quite strange to be asked to do this. There's an old saying which my father, when I was young, used to say, and that was, Guru bin gyan kahan se paaye. Growing up, I never quite understood what that meant. Guru bin gyan kahan se paaye. So, over the last few years, I've had the privilege and I've had the blessings of Maharaji, and I've actually started to maybe by 0.5% understand what that sentence actually means. For me, to be stood here in front of all of you is still very much like a dream, like a surreal type of feeling. Maharaji, some time ago, asked me, make sure that you mention a few words in Hindi, in Punjabi. And I said to Maharaji, I will try, but मेरी पंजाबी थोड़ी ऐदां दी है और हमारी हिंदी ऐसे है, तो best है हम English में ही बात कर लेंगे, so कम से कम everyone will understand what my heart is saying. I will ask for forgiveness before we start the ceremonies if I mispronounce anybody's name, if I, in error, in sincere error, actually forget to call anybody up. In front of Maharaji, I ask you all for forgiveness for that. This is my first time of doing such a thing. Maharaji has been extremely busy over the last few months in particular, and you will all learn about GIEO Gita, which is something that will be discussed today. I have a few words that I've wrote here, which I'm going to ad-lib them rather than read them out. I genuinely believe that this, I would call it a movement, Maharaji will probably correct me on that, but this movement, this ideology of GIEO Gita that Maharaji has started over the last few months, I sincerely believe that this is going to be an epic movement forward for the likes of myself, who are born out of India, who very, very fortunately have parents that have instilled Indian culture, our faith within us, and then obviously more importantly, I have Maharaji to guide me, and therefore the GIEO Gita concept that will be discussed today, I can assure you, for those of my ilk, we are very, very proud and privileged that it is being discussed here today. We have some honourable guests here today, which obviously we will be asking up from time to time to say a few words. And then obviously Maharaji will then discuss and will explain exactly what GIEO Gita is. And I'm sure that with that we will take that as blessings, as prasad also. Maharaji has said many things to me that have stuck, and one that's just come to mind now, and it's quite fitting for someone like me. Maharaji said once, a few weeks ago, that if we were to take the core great values of British culture, and if we were to mix them with the core great values of Hindu culture, what a wonderful, wonderful community we would be able to create, and what a wonderful environment we would have. So, before I ask for Uncle to come and take over the next part, I would ask all of you to join me in asking for Maharajji to give us blessings that that concept can become a reality for my generation. Jai Shri Krishna. I'm going to pass you over now to Dr. Madan, who's going to now talk the next part of the ceremony.
Thank you, Jai Shri Krishna. Mayurji just now has said that we have to draw the learnings from our Hindu culture. I have studied in a college where the motto was, gather ye the wisdom from east and the west. जहाँ से भी ज्ञान प्राप्त हो सके वहाँ से करना चाहिए. हमारे ऊपर महाराज जी का बहुत आशीर्वाद रहा है, और हमने भारतवर्ष में भी और यहाँ पर आने के बाद भी महाराज जी की से हमेशा प्रेरणा ली है. सॉरी, हमारे साथ ये हो गया है कि अब हिंदी पूरी तरह बोल नहीं पाते हैं और इंग्लिश अभी सीखने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं. सो आई हैव रिटन ए फ्यू वर्ड्स. आई विल प्रॉब्ली ट्राई टू रीड दोज. Respected Maharaj Ji, Virendra Sharma Ji, MP from South Hall and Ealing area, respected Bhatia Ji, I think he is on his way. Respected dignitaries, our august guests from Krishna Kripa Parivar India and Krishna Kripa Parivar London. I have been actually asked to extend the welcome address on behalf of Krishna Kripa Parivar London. So it is my fortune and good opportunity that I extend my warm welcome to you, to all of you. Once again, Jai Shri Krishna and good evening. We are of course privileged and blessed to have the benefit of divine presence of Maharaj Shri in London. Every year we have this benefit, but this time the added advantage is that we have a big team of guests, the learned persons from India along with Maharaj Ji. And last 2 days we have been having Bhajan Kirtan. We have enjoyed it fully, their stay. And I'm sure tomorrow they will enjoy that our Shobha Yatra in London. They will have a feel of that, how we are keeping the culture here on well-on path. The preachings of Maharaj Ji, of course, it's very difficult to understand the complexities of life. But with the help of the preachings of Maharaj Ji, it has become so easy to understand some of those complexities, which we always have drawn learnings from him, drawn inspiration from him. So maybe after some stage, we start feeling that Guru, Paramatma Puja and Guru Puja are more or less the same thing. So we extend a very warm welcome to Maharaj Shri, to London and to this event, sir. Of course, these are our endeavors that we try to learn so many things, but still the ocean of knowledge is so vast that the more we learn, the more remains to be learned. And today we'll have the benefit of learning something more. A very warm welcome once again. Bapu Masudar Ji, my pranam to you and warm welcome to you. We'll have the benefit of your presence also here. A very warm welcome to from Krishna Parivar side. I take this opportunity to extend very warm welcome to Virendra Sharma Ji. He is MP, he is well-known personality. I don't need to introduce him anymore. He is loved by all the people across the communities. You have very kindly agreed to come to here, sir, at our request. A very warm welcome to you. And once again, very warm welcome to all the ladies and gentlemen who have come here. And I'll not take much time. I'll ask you. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Before we actually ask Shri Mohan Goyalji, who is the Finance Secretary of GIEO Gita, I think it would only be fitting that if we all, just for a very, very quick moment now that everybody's in the hall is if we actually welcome Maharaji personally from your seats. I would ask you all just to put your hands together in form of prayer as if you would do Namaste or Namaskar to His Holiness Param Pujya Gita Manishi Swami Shri Gyananand Ji Maharaj, who we all very affectionately call Maharaji. I would like to ask for Shri Mohan Girlji please to come up and say a few words. Thank you, Uncle Ji. Thank you.
जय श्री कृष्ण, जय श्री राधे। सूर्य के प्रकाश की, गंगा के प्रवाह की, हिमालय की बुलंदी की, व अग्नि के तेज की तुलना न तो की जा सकती है और ना ही इसका कोई विकल्प है। ठीक इसी प्रकार ज्ञान, भाव, प्रेम, करुणा, मानवता, दया, समरण शक्ति व प्राणी मात्र के कल्याण की भावना जो मेरे गुरुदेव में समाहित है, ना तो उसकी तुलना की जा सकती है और ना ही उसका कोई विकल्प है। मेरे गुरुदेव कृष्ण में हैं, कृष्ण भक्त हैं, कृष्ण के प्यारे हैं, वह जन जन के लिए कृष्ण रूप ही है, साक्षात कृपा के सागर हैं। आज एक और जहाँ सारा विश्व चिंता, तनाव, अराजकता और अशांति की आग में जल रहा है, वहीं दूसरी ओर गांव-गांव, नगर-नगर में पूज्य गुरुदेव जी स्वयं जाकर अपनी पावन वाणी से समाज में प्रेम, शांति, सद्भाव और अध्यात्म का संचार कर रहे हैं। इन्हीं प्रयासों में एक और महत्वपूर्ण कदम है ग्लोबल इंस्पिरेशन एंड एनलाइटमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ भगवत गीता, यानी शॉर्ट में GIEO गीता। श्रीमद् भगवत गीता की व्यावहारिक उपयोगिताओं को जनमानस के जीवन का गीत बनाने के सतत प्रयासों में जुटे हमारे गुरुदेव के एक नव प्रयास के रूप में 23 दिसंबर 2012 को गीता जयंती के पावन अवसर पर दिल्ली के चिन्मय ऑडिटोरियम में एक नई प्रेरणा निश्चित हुई, GIEO गीता, जो एक संस्था नहीं वरन एक सद्भाव है। यह हमारे गुरुदेव द्वारा लगाया गया एक ऐसा पौधा है जो जल्द ही एक ऐसे वट वृक्ष का रूप लेगा जिसकी छाया में संपूर्ण विश्व के असंख्य जिज्ञासु पनाह लेंगे। GIEO गीता की स्थापना को लगभग 8 महीने के अंदर भारत के अनेकों शहरों में और विदेशों में भी न्यू जर्सी, न्यूयॉर्क, शिकागो, मैनचेस्टर, जूरिच में संस्था की कार्यशाला और मीटिंगों का आयोजन किया गया। आज लंदन में GIEO गीता की मीटिंग आयोजन के लिए मैं सभी लंदन वासियों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूँ।